I'm your host, Owen. We've got our guest, Devin Low, today, the
Howdy.
creative director from PvZ Heroes. Welcome.
Thank you.
We've got a great show planned for you today. Basically, this week we're going to be taking you through PvZ 2 Heroes customizations in the game. It's a limited time thing. We're going to let you know the details there, show you some pictures. We're going to have Devin here take you through a PvZ Heroes deck all about mushrooms. I'm pretty excited. I saw the video that you guys put out this week. It was great. He's going to do a live PvP match. And then we're going to be doing giveaways, of course. Sean, actually, I'm super proud of the layout we did today. Do you want to bounce over to camera A when you get a second and show everybody the giveaways? This is the widest variety of giveaways we've had. Thank you very much. As you can see, not everything, I'll go through this in a bit because we have a special guest that's going to be joining us later after Devin. But anyway, we've not everything there that you can select if you win as a giveaway, but many things you can. We'll go into the details later, but yes, it's quite a nice array. All right, so in addition to the giveaways, we're also going to be doing Garden Warfare 2 Mystery Portal mode. There's a new mode that went live this week in the Mystery Portal. It's called Battle of Accuracy. It's long-range battle only. So we'll be playing alongside you guys there on PS4 today. The account name is, make sure I don't mess this up because I always say it backwards, Official PvZ, all one word. Right, okay, so Devin. So Heroes made its way into PvZ 2 this week. What is there anything that you can tell us about the different customizations? In fact, Sean, do you want to get those customizations on screen for us and have Devin kind of talk us through?
Yeah, one thing I love about PvZ fans is that they often play different games in PvZ at the same time, or they kind of switch back and forth. And so a lot of folks that love PvZ 2, they also play Garden Warfare. And we're seeing a lot of those folks from Garden Warfare and from PvZ 2 start to try out PvZ Heroes and see what it's all about. So we're excited to welcome them in, and we have a lot of the characters in Garden Warfare, you know, Captain Deadbeard, Colonel Corn, Rose, that are right there in Heroes as very prominent heroes or legendary fighters. And we have a lot of PvZ 2 characters in PvZ Heroes also. And so with this promo, some of the PvZ 2 players that are currently playing that game every day get to kind of see a little bit of the hero storyline, get to see some of the heroes' characters, and get to see the PvZ 2 Plants and Zombies dressing up or cosplaying as some of their favorite PvZ Heroes. And so it's not the actual PvZ Heroes fighting on the field, you know, partially you've got multiple on the board at the same time in PvZ 2.
Well, and they don't have the powers, you know.
Exactly right. To get the full superpowered experience, you're going to go to PvZ Heroes. But it's really fun to see them sort of, the PvZ 2 zombies get excited about the different PvZ Heroes and dress up as Infinity in the lower left. This guy's got a light bulb on his head. You know, Rust Bolt on the upper right. Electric Boogaloo in the lower right, and you know, the Smash in the center there. So it's just really fun to see them getting in the spirit. It's almost Halloween themed in a way.
Very cool. Yeah, so anyone who's interested in doing that, from November 2nd to November 14th, if you play the level of the day, that's your chance to get those cool customizations. Well, thank you, Devin. So shall we jump into a little Heroes PvP and show people how to build a good mushroom deck?
You bet. And before we hop over, do we want to give a little more detail about exactly how you get those customizations? Is that something that Sean has ready for us?
For PvZ 2?
Yeah, just like our sort of what players should do if they want to see some of that stuff in action.
Oh, yeah, we do have a little video. We're actually going to be rolling that during our transition.
Oh, cool.
So just so people don't have to see us struggle behind the scenes.
Perfect. All right, so what do we got next?
But good for keeping me honest.
Going to talk about mushrooms?
Yeah, we're going to pull up the iPad over here, please, Sean, and then we're going to be walking everyone through your mushroom deck that you just put together.
Awesome, and I almost wonder if we should just like quickly show that mushroom video. It's only a minute and a half long. It's kind of a lead into this topic. We can kind of warm it up on the video stream, or should I just go right into the material?
I think we should. Let's just jump into it. We got a lot of stuff planned.
I assume a lot of people have already seen it.
What we'll do is we'll link to it in the chat. How's that?
That's a good idea. All right, so this week we got this strategy video up about Mushroom Mania and how they can be effective in PvZ Heroes. And just to dive right into deck list, today I actually picked a Solar Flare version because she's one of the heroes you can unlock really early. So a lot of people have Solar Flare who might not necessarily have Nightcap up. This kind of give you another take on the deck besides the Nightcap one that's in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this. And Solar Flare has this, every hero in PvZ Heroes has two classes. You'll see this in the upper left. She's Kabloom, which is the main mushroom class, and she's also Solar, which is about sun generating and sort of punching through a strike through. And she's got a special Solar mushroom that no other mushroom hero can use, right? Because she's got the main mushroom color, Kabloom, and she's got this backup color, Solar, that gives her access to this special mushroom, who is Solar itself, the Fume Shroom. You might know it from PvZ 1 and PvZ 2, and it's got this strike-through ability, so even if zombies get in the way, it can still strike right through with those fumes and hit the zombie hero no matter what. And this deck's all about putting a lot of damage on the enemy hero quickly. And so Strike Through is a really good addition because it just can't be stopped easily by the zombies. They're going to have to sort of blow up this plant with some trick or some sneaky shenanigan, and just throwing zombies in the way isn't enough to block it and shut it down.
Nice. I just wanted to say that Sean did drop the mushroom video link in the chat, so take a look at that, but not right now. Watch this. And then also I wanted to say that people are really liking what you're bringing to the table right now in the chat. They're saying some great things. And if anyone has any questions for Devin, please at Plants vs Zombies in the chat or at the Juice Master. And either way, I'll do my best to ask them to Devin.
Yeah, here at PopCap, we're super grateful that fans of both the other games and all the other games of the franchise are just being really welcoming to PvZ Heroes, really eager to try it out and sort of see how it fits into all the rest of the games. So to focus back on these mushrooms, mushrooms are a fast tribe. They really want to get out quickly. They want to swarm the board with tons of little guys, pump them all up at once, and deal a ton of damage to the opponent before they can kind of set up their defenses. If the game goes to like turn 12, you're probably doing it wrong. You're probably, headed for potential defeat. You really want to get the game done early with mushrooms and put the opponent on the back foot. Make them struggle to keep up with you. And so in keeping with that, if we look at this version here, note that it's from a collection that's like fairly early in the game. This isn't like 4 of every card collection on this device. It's something a little closer to what a lot of typical players might have. And so we've got these early 1-cost mushrooms. Poison Mushroom, you might have seen this in video. He's especially good against heroes. He hits really hard. Likewise, Shroom for 2 gets multiple guys out quickly to kind of get a ton of plants on the board at once. And then you're going to start to play these mass buffs that help everyone at the same time. This Buffshroom is a critical player. He's going to give all the mushrooms extra strength and extra health, and he's really going to get your army fast, quickly, and get them overwhelming the opponent. We talked about the Solar Mushroom already. Wildberry isn't an actual mushroom, but if your deck doesn't yet have every mushroom in the game, there's some fill-ins you can use that are not bad. And that's part of the game, is to sort of have some cards you got your heart set on, you're sort of building towards or collecting over time, but you can totally be effective in the meantime with sort of substitutes like this Wildberry, who's a very offensive guy. He's very much in the philosophy of the deck, and that he's very cheap. He's got a high strength of 4. He hits really hard. He's not so great on defense. He dies really easily with just 1 health, but he can keep it on that aggressive offensive posture.
That's why it's great to have access to Devin, is that then you can be like, oh, Devin, I have these cards. What can I build with it? And
yeah, and we see those conversations amongst players of the game, right? People talk to each other on the internet, talk to each other, at work or something about, hey, I've got this deck. I've still got a couple of cards I'm looking for, but what can I do in the meantime to kind of personalize this and make myself win while I'm still chasing those sort of higher rated cards I don't yet have? And so it's a lot of fun in the game. It's just kind of talking to your buddies, talking to the internet about what those effective strategies can be.
So sorry, as you keep going along, so Pindalicious in the chat asked, was it hard to keep quiet about Heroes before it was released?
For sure. The team's very excited about it, and it's the kind of game there's a lot to talk about. There's a ton of strategy in it. There's 20 different heroes you can master. They all have different strategies inside those heroes, right? And a lot of themes like mushrooms can cross over from Nightcap to Solar Flare to Spadal, right? Any Kabloom hero can take advantage of all those Kabloom mushrooms. And so we're really eager to get it out to people, and finally we get to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many different people working on it for a good deal of time, so it was, absolutely, it was tough not to talk about. A lot of excitement internally, so I'm so happy that it's finally out there.
Likewise. And filling out the deck, we got some other mushrooms in the 3 range. This guy benefits from lots of other plants being on the board. Shroom for 2 is going to put a lot of plants on the board, and this guy can really capitalize on that. Again, he's high strength. Once he gets his bonus, he's low health, and so we're just all about offense for this deck. Got a couple more spells can knock guys out of the way, and a very, very, very small number of expensive spells in the top end. We don't want the game to be going too much past turn 6, but if you do get to turn 6, the Cherry Bomb clear out a lot of zombies at once. PvZ2 players know this one well. And Poison Oak is new to the franchise, and he's a bigger version of Poison Mushroom. He's got anti-hero 5s. He's going to hit the heroes for 9 strength all at once if you can get him in unopposed lane.
Jeez.
So let's take this out for a spin and fight some folks.
I'm excited. Just listening to you talk about it, I've been like, all right, let's do it. I'm ready.
You're like, this is going to work.
I'm ready.
Now, if it doesn't work, that's part of the game too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of things can happen, a lot of luck both ways. This is not the most fancy collection in the world. And so I definitely might lose, definitely might get crushed by the community. And that'd be kind of cool in a way, because it shows the community is learning fast and getting a lot of cool strategies. So let me check my own username, and then I will invite challenges. And this device, is that legit to show this username, etc.?
Oh, I believe, Sean, isn't this your personal device? We had to do some a little back and forth right before the show to make sure everything was working correctly.
All right, so should I go into the regular PvP queue and fight the whole world, or
let's
should I just
do
fight
that
the chat?
just to be safe. Yeah.
All right, Chad, if you want a queue, now's the time because I'm going to go into the real world. And this device is rated level 6, and so anyone close to level 6 rank, we're probably getting matched up against, and sometimes you get little ranks a little further.
Nice. So as we're matchmaking, there's a question for you. Which of the 7 dwarves would you most identify with?
Wow. I want to say Sneezy. You know, is that a good answer? We're all get there sometimes.
Sneezy. All right, Sneezy it is. I won't dig into that.
All right, so this is not a bad starting hand. We've got Shroomber 2 on 1 cost. You always want to keep a 1 cost guy in your hand. You've got an opportunity to switch out cards and get replacements. I also want to keep this 2 cost Wildberry to get the early offense going. And you know what? I'm actually going to keep all these cards because they're cheap, they're aggressive, and you've got a 1 and a 2 cost guy, and a couple spells to knock him out of the way. I'm also really happy to see this signature superpower opening hand. Every hero's got 4 superpowers, and you get 1 at random at the start of every game. You get some more throughout the game. And so it's going to be really powerful to knock out the Storkle Zombie and get +1 sum for the rest of the game. It's kind of a 1-2 punch. I'm going to kill this guy he played on turn 1, you know, blow out his turn 1, and get 1 more sun for the entire rest of the game. So on turn 2, I'm going to have 3 sun instead of 2. On turn 3, I'm going to have 4 sun instead of 3. That's an advantage I can really, really go a long way.
It's like
so
chess.
I'm eager that worked out. Yeah.
Planning so many moves ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of like counters back and forth. You know, having 3 sun this turn is going to let me play both Shroomber 2 and also Wildberry, which I'm excited about. We'll see what he has coming out. So he's got this Dog Walker. This Dog Walker says whenever planets play the zombies moves here, so I got to be careful playing the right order, so I can end up with the Dog Walker fighting the guys who want to fight. So here comes the Wildberry first. He's going to pull the Dog Walker to him. And then I'm going to play Shroomber 2 second and pull the Dog Walker into the Shroomber 2. So I have a little control, and Wildberry actually tricked him because Wildberry says move to a random lane and you play him. And so he pulled the Dog Walker to his lane, then he ran out of the way. Now I'm going to play Shroomber 2 next. He's going to pull the Dog Walker to the center lane, and then I'm going to be ready to fight. The enemy's still got 1 brain left, so we'll see if the enemy has any tricks that they want to play to mess up my plans. But if they don't, this turn's looking pretty good for me. I'm hoping to deal 4 to him with Wildberry and kill his Dog Walker with the mushroom left over. So let's see if he's got anything left over. He's got a lot of superpowers, cost 1. He doesn't play any. 4 to the face, down to 16. We kill this Dog Walker with 1 shroom left over, so we're looking pretty good going into turn 3. We've got a sun advantage, more guys on the board. Well, I mean, I'm hoping to keep this guy in the back foot, keep him on the defensive. This is a pretty good play for him. The backup dancer gets made by Disco Zombie, so he plays 1 card that makes 2 zombies, right? So you can kind of block 2 lanes at once. So now I've got some choices of how I want to use my sun and which of my zombies I want to keep alive. Sorry, which of my plants. So I definitely want this 4-1 Wildberry to get through. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Berry Blast on this little guy. Just make sure my Wildberry survives and does 4 more to the face. That'll take him down to 12. And I've got 2 sun left. I'm going to use to play this Fume Shroom up front and say go. He's got no brains left, so he's got no tricks. I'm guaranteed to hit him for 4. From Wildberry and 2 for Fume Shroom is going to get him down to at least 10. And that's already half his life on the 3rd turn, so I'm pretty happy about the way this game's going so far.
You're sitting pretty, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, my deck doesn't have a lot of staying power, so it's going to look hot early. It's going to look pretty bad in the later part of the game, and so I need to stay on the offense, and I need to keep going after him. So he passes 4 brains up, and if you played against heroes like Electric Boogaloo, you'll know that they have a card called the Chickening. It costs 4, it's a trick. If he played nothing with 4 brains, it's a big warning sign he's got the Chickening coming up, which does 2 damage to every plant. I predict he's going to play that. And so I'm going to play this guy, Bloomerang, who's got 3 health, and he's going to survive the Chickening that I'm pretty sure he's going to play. I'm actually going to hold back on Shroomber 2, because it would just die the Chickening if he plays it. He might not play it, but he might. I've got a feeling he's coming.
I love taking a step back and just like listening to what you're saying, and because out of context, it is hilarious.
No, I know. I mean, and the game's full of ludicrous concepts, and it's funny to kind of be strategic while you're also talking about, you know, Zapricots and Pistachios and all this ridiculous stuff. So he had a couple of tricks. It wasn't the Chickening. It was a couple of these direct damage effects that took out my Bloomerang and my Wildberry here. So he's still thinking. It sounds like I'm going to get a free hit with Fume Shroom here. So the turn could have been better, could have been worse. He's down to 11 health. He's got his block meter almost totally charged up. So the next hit on him is guaranteed to get blocked. So Foot Soldier, when played on the roof, this is a guy obviously from Garden Warfare. If you play that game, it's one of the classic classes in that.
Good old
He's
Foot
got,
Soldier.
you know, he's different weapons from Garden Warfare 2 reflected in the fact that he can fight for 3 strength, and he can also, when he's played on the heights, do 3 damage from the special kind of bomb that he throws. So my Fume Shroom is dead, and this doesn't look great for me. I do have this guy who could hit for 9 in an unopposed lane. The only problem is that he's got his block meter almost totally filled up. So I'm actually going to kill this guy and play this little shroom for 2, hoping to set up a big poison oak turn next turn. I want to get his block meter out of the way with this shroom for 2, right? Set him back to 0, charges his block meter, and then I'll get a really good hit. I'm hoping with poison oak that could deal 9 damage at once. So some things could go wrong here, but some things could go right. I'm trying to set up this big poison oak turn coming up. I gotta cross my fingers, hope that he either doesn't have any good tricks in kill poison oak, or that he plays enough zombies that poison oak can get a free hit in there. So I am going to hit his block here. Let's see how he super locks. He's going to get a free superpower. He can either play immediately or save back in his hand. We've seen a couple of superpowers. We've seen one of them already. Here's make 2 backup dancers. Let's make 2 random 1/1 dancing zombies. And we still got a couple of free lanes where poison oak might get a shot through. So let's see what he plays. The Zookeeper says when you play more pets, he gets buffed up. He's got 4 brains left, so he might have a trick, but Poison Oak is pretty hard to kill. So I'm going to play him over here and really hope I get through this 9 damage. That'll make the game a lot easier for me to win. Cross your fingers for me, chat. Hope I get this 9 damage through in this guy. He only hits for 9 if he's unopposed, because he's got this anti-hero ability that's great at hitting heroes, not so great at hitting zombies. But I think I've got a good chance to get through here, but a lot of things could go wrong. We'll see what happens. He's got 4 brains left. There's not a lot of things where 4 brains can kill Poison Oak. He might play B flat or something, drop a piano on him, but I'm fairly optimistic things will go okay. He's pumping up his guy. I don't mind that so much, 'cause I've got tons of health, so him hitting me, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about killing him.
You can handle that for now.
Or, defeating him, I should say. All right, these guys are fighting. I'm going to have 1 shroom left over. Take a hit for 5 here, not bad. Bam, that's it for 9. I really wanted, I've been playing the whole game to get that hit for 9, and now he's just got 2 health left, and I feel like I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's going to be really hard for him to come back from this.
Yeah, I mean, in particular, I've got Punish Room in my hand. He says whenever a mushroom is destroyed, do 2 damage to random zombie or zombie hero. So again, he's playing right into that mushroom theme of swarm the board with plants early, and then capitalize on it by getting bonuses for every plant you play. And so if I play out this Punish Room, then as my plants and mushrooms start dying, I'm going to start taking out his guys or his face. I mean, he might just literally die instantly from this. I'm actually going to play over here, I think, to... I've got a choice. I can play here, let my Punish Room die. Does Jack have any ideas what I should do? And then get a free hit for 2 on, one of his dudes. I actually kind of like this play because if this 2 damage hits either this Zookeeper on the right, that'll clear a path for Poison Oak to kill him, or if the 2 goes to his head, that'll just kill him instantly. And so I'm actually just going to let this go. I'm going to save Pine Clone in my hand, I think, because it transforms all plants in 3/3 Pine Clones, and my Poison Oak is so good that I don't want to let that guy go quite yet.
Yeah, there's been some comments that are like, oh, PvZ Heroes sounds very confusing, but it's very accessible. But I mean, what Devin's getting into right now is like, if you get to like a advanced point, right? These are the things you would think about.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's definitely a simpler way to play the game. So I just don't want to frighten anyone who hasn't played yet.
That's a really good point. Like I'm trying to sort of overanalyze. I spend a lot of my day thinking about these plants and zombies and how to be effective with them. And so you don't need to go to that whole level to be successful at the game. All right, zombie to the ground, get -1/-1. I could play this now. I think I will do that.
Yeah.
Get the superpower for free. And this is like a ways into the game. Like there's a lot of plants unlocked at this point that you don't necessarily see early on. So it sort of starts simple, then ramps you into it. So here I've got this Cherry Bomb. Does 4 damage to each zombie here and next door. He's going to wipe out both his guys. And he's only 1 health. So either my little shroom or my Poison Oak can kill him straight up. So I'm looking pretty good here. He's got 1 card in his hand and 3 brains left. But he's going to have to pull quite a rabbit out of his hair to survive this one. When I hit go, I think he's going to be toast. He might surprise me. He might surprise me. Still got a shot. And he could, yeah, I mean, even his block meter isn't that charged. So I think we're looking pretty good here. Here's a shroom, and that's it. That takes him down. That's the game.
Mad strategist Devin Low, taking him down.
Yeah, so I definitely like to overanalyze and talk about these sort of intricacies, this sort of opt-in strategy, this analysis you don't necessarily have to do to be effective. But obviously I spent a lot of time in this game playing it and thinking about it, and so a lot of these things are sort of coming up for me that you wouldn't necessarily have to pay attention to as you're playing.
Well, there was a question too. So Devin, someone was asking like, how did you come up with the idea of PvZ Heroes? And like, you're asking the right person. And this is why he's the mad like analyst for all these moves, is because I mean he's what creator of the game here. Yeah,
I mean I used to be the head developer of Magic the Gathering, and I was the lead final designer on the Magic sets, Lorwyn, Shards of Alara, and Planar Chaos, and I worked on a lot of other digital card games before I got to PopCap. And this is a game where we wanted to take the lessons learned from other card games in the past that were a little intimidating, were a little hard to learn, and try to make a game that's more streamlined, easier to get into, more welcoming, more accessible, and have an experience early on that really like teaches you and guides you into it smoothly. If you played PvZ 2 before, you know that Walnut goes in front, Pea Shooter goes in back, and you can play that same kind of strategy in this game. You can put your sunflowers in the back to protect them. You can put your sunflowers in the front to take damage for you. Some PvZ2 players like to play frontsies and put their sunflowers up front. You have the same kind of choice in this game. And so even without being an expert in all the rules and strategies, you can sort of adopt your same PvZ2 strategies, and you'll be pretty effective.
Well, thank you very much, Devin. That was, extremely insightful. I'm excited to actually make a mushroom deck myself.
Cool.
I love mushrooms in general. I know a lot of our Garden Warfare fans out there keep asking, keep pushing for a mushroom character in Garden Warfare 2. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of folks building their own mushroom decks after
That's
this.
awesome.
Nice. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to do our very first giveaway, and then we're going to do transition, and we're going to show the PvZ2 video with the Heroes content, and Devin's going to slip off and get back to work, and then we're going to bring our special guest on to play some Garden Warfare 2 with us. So first off, we got to do our first giveaway. Sean, if you wouldn't mind hitting camera A again, I'll let you guys know what we've got for giveaways. So if you win, so first off, I should back up here. This is live from PopCap. We do this every Friday at 10-ish a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, we do giveaways. We give you the latest PvZ news. We give you PvZ strategies for Heroes, what's going on in PvZ 2, play Garden Warfare 2 along with you guys, give you all the latest there. And we also do, like I mentioned, giveaways. And so if you want to participate to potentially win one of these items, all you have to be doing is participating in the chat. So if you win, you can select between these lunch rectangles here, these metal bad boys, the little Super Brains pot figure, which is right here, these brand new Trials of Nomus posters that were from the latest content update from Garden Warfare 2. And we've got these new notebooks that I can't quite reach that are there in the front. There's one that even has a wizard on it that probably Jeremy made. And so you can pick between all those. Oh, and the Citron Rollout t-shirt, which is an exclusive item that one of our partners made for us that are only here for Live from PopCap giveaways. So yeah, Sean is going to be picking a winner at random. So Sean, as soon as you're ready, give me the thumbs up. I'll wait for it. And yeah, I did want you guys to know that I'm really excited to get that Trials of Nomus key art together to create that poster. And we do have the shirt in the works. Anyway, I'll show you guys the design. We don't have the shirts made just yet, but the design is complete. Sean, do we have ourselves a winner?
One moment.
One moment, please.
There's still hope.
Yeah.
There's still time.
So what would you pick if you won?
Honestly, I love these kind of these three-dimensional guys because they kind of let you set up a little battle scene. You got the Super Brains pop figure, and you can take some other plant figures you might have, or plushies, whatever, and have them face off. And that's kind of fun for me. I'm into
nice
that.
Little like desk setup there. Keeps things interesting.
I mean, at PopCap, we have a lot of these like desk face-offs, right? A lot of figures rolling around, and it's fun.
Yeah, and you guys, I mean.
So we do have a winner.
Oh, okay.
The winner is the Wolf D.
Really? The Wolf D, congratulations.
All right, nice job.
I just say really because, I mean, he's one of our regular viewers and
cool.
stuff, so I'm glad he won. All right, the Wolf D, so you're going to be getting a quick whisper through the Twitch, if it was in fact through Twitch, but either way, look out for direct message and let us know what item you want to win, and of course your address, and ask your parents if you're under 18, of course, if that's okay. All right, well, Devin, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
I'm sure we'll have you back in the show soon. And then, Sean, if you wouldn't mind rolling the video, we'll do a quick little transition. Just going to bounce back and forth until.
So while we're getting adjusted, a little statement on what you're seeing right here is one of the level of the days for the content that lets you get the hero costumes in the game. So as you can see here, there's a Super Brains costumed up zombie coming into the scene, and by playing these levels of the day and getting your one second. So yeah, by playing these levels of the day and getting the pinatas, opening those up, you can unlock these costumes and start getting these cool customizations for your plants. And it looks like everything is set up and ready to go over there, Owen.
Good to go.
All right.
Hey, well, everybody, welcome back. We have our special guest here. Juki Zoobrains is visiting us from LA, right?
Correct.
Yeah, she let us know she was coming up to Seattle and asked if she could, come in and see the studio, take her on a tour. And of course, we agreed, and we're like, hey, well, why don't we actually get her on the show as well? We know that she's a great player. So first off, Juki, welcome to Live from PopCap.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah. So I want to ask you a few quick questions first. So first off, everyone probably knows it's coming. Team Plant or Team Zombie?
Team Zombie.
Nice. That's little Rupert imp. Very nice.
Keep them warm.
Yeah. So you're obviously coming up to visit from LA. You've been, a long-time PvZ player, right?
Very long, since the very first game.
Yeah. Did you play on PC or mobile or?
It was on mobile. It was like the first iPhone I had. I had no games. My friends like, hey, you should try this game. So I tried it and everything, and I was hooked immediately.
And that was that.
Yep. That's how it all started.
All right. So you also do, you've got, of course, your own social channels. Feel free to do a shout out, of course, but like you create your own content. You do a lot of PvZ drawings. You do a lot of different, creations. Before I finish up the question with you, Sean, when you get a chance, could you jump over to camera A? I want to show everybody these new creations that she just brought with her today. So Juki made all of these little figures that you're seeing, all the plushies. Got the Scientist, Rose, Citron, and Foot Soldier there. Juki, do you want to talk about them at all, or like what inspires you to make them? Why you make them, that kind of thing?
Well, I always wanted a PvZ plushie of the zombies, and it was kind of hard to find one at first. And when I saw the ones for Garden Warfare, I was like, oh, I really want one. When Garden Warfare 2 came out and I saw the little plushies in the game, I knew I wanted one of those directly. I was like, I want that one. And since I knew the possibility of actually having one would probably be low, so I was like, I'll just make one. I made the Scientist first, and it came out pretty good. And I was like, you know what? I should make more. And that's how I got to make all the others.
Nice. Yeah, we used to have, if you guys have watched Live from PopCap, we have set up like some of the smaller figures that you sent in the past to us.
Yeah, the little all-star Scientists.
It's so funny seeing them now compared to these guys. These are monsters compared to the little ones. But I got to say, I've seen a lot of comments in the chat. Seems like Citron seems to be a fan favorite. He just looks so rad. Anyway, thank you very much for the gift.
You're welcome.
And they look great. All right, so today I was thinking that we would be. Actually, I completely jumped past the whole drawing thing. So yeah, you like to draw.
I love to draw.
Yeah, you've been drawing a lot of PvZ creations.
Yes.
I've seen them, in our official channels. We've retweeted them. I've just seen them, following your private channel. Do you want to talk at all about your drawing history, or like why you draw or anything?
Well, sure. Drawing is just it started as a habit. I always had spare time and I had nothing to do with it. I just started drawing. My cousin really got me into it, who, by the way, his Twitter is Jamil's Art. You should definitely check it out.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I started seeing all these Plants vs. Zombies, and I'm like, I want to draw some of this because it looks like a fun art style, and the characters are goofy, they're silly, and they were perfect. So it just started with little doodles every now and then people would see them, they'll be like, oh my God, these are so good. And that's like what pushed me to do even better as to what I am now. And so it's just fun seeing that I would like post up a drawing and people would just like go crazy for it, and they'll be like, oh my God, it looks so awesome, it looks so amazing, it looks just like the art form. And I'm just like, let go.
So it's like a community driven kind of thing too, that helped you just kind of continue to draw and improve and all that.
Yeah, pretty much. If it wasn't for the community, if it wasn't for my friends or anything, I probably wouldn't even be here. I probably would be drawing something else.
Yeah. Well, we're all happy that you're drawing PvZ.
Thank you.
All right, so Sean, if you wouldn't mind kicking it over to gameplay for Garden Warfare 2. We're going to be playing on the PS4 today. Juki's going to be on the sticks. I'm going to be providing whatever commentary / strategy I can. I'm going to make sure we got some audio here. There we go. And so first off, what is your favorite character in Garden Warfare?
I got two favorite characters, and everybody should know this one already. It's the Scientist and the Sunflower. I am a healer.
That's great. That's the best kind of teammate right there.
Yes, it really is.
But today, so the Mystery Portal mode that's active throughout the weekend is actually Battle of Accuracy. So it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's Deadbeards against Cacti. So what's your favorite? What are you going to pick for the Cacti and the Deadbeards?
Well, for Deadbeard, I'm going to pick Captain Sharkbite.
Very cool.
And for the Cacti, well, I'm probably gonna go with the sand cactus.
Oh, Zen. He's one of my, well, sorry.
She.
She's one of my favorite. Do you want to give her a customization?
Yeah, let's see what we got for her.
We've got a few. So also, while Juki's doing this, I'm just going to let you guys know. So we do have, Lawn of Doom was our themed event that we just had to celebrate, of course, Halloween. There's lots of customizations that we put out through the daily quest and everything. If you didn't get to get all of those, nice. Yep, there's one for the cactus. I've seen a lot of those in playing the Mystery Portal. But if you didn't get them all and you're looking to, you can go into the sticker shop, and for a limited time, there's that limited pack of the Lawn of Doom pack, and you can grab those, and they have the different customizations from Lawn of Doom in it.
Yum, yum. I think I'm going to go with the scrumptious arms of the ancients.
I love it. Yeah, the very first time I saw Zen Cactus, I remember thinking like it distinctly reminded me of like a Marvel or comic book character, you know?
Yeah.
I loved just how bizarre it looked.
Oh, gotta love the galaxy.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's so fitting.
I think we're gonna go like that with her. So cute.
Rad. All right. So shall we cannon ourselves over to the mystery portal and get into it?
Yes, we shall.
All right. So
Let's go with style.
Yeah, again, if you guys want to play alongside us, we're playing on the official PvZ account. It is called official PvZ, all one word, so feel free to join in. We're going to get into the mystery portal, get ourselves some more rainbow stars, maybe open some chests. I'm not entirely sure how many we have right now. But yeah, I saw Juki warming up a little earlier today, and she, anyway, she's a better player than me, so it'll be great to watch her in action.
I'm not that good.
You're being modest. But anyway, yeah, so if you guys, while we do this actually, since we ran a bit, well, we started a bit late and ran a bit long in the Heroes content, let's get our second giveaway going while we jump into the game. So Sean is going to be picking at random one of the giveaways. I know we did this very quickly or recently, so you guys are familiar with how to do it. But yeah, just be participating in the chat, and we'll be picking a winner at random. You can select from that sweet array we were showing you earlier. So we'll get our second giveaway going now. We'll give it just a little bit for the chat to catch up, and then, yeah, we'll be picking a new winner. All right, so when you first start out this game mode, I've noticed anyway that a lot of different, like people will just immediately spawn and call in their drones like this. And so one of my favorite things to do is actually, so you spawn and then run a few feet away from everyone else, and then call in your drone, fly like kind of around the side, you know, so right when you get your kind of airstrike ready, you can just drop them on all sorts of characters that are just sitting there, you know, like doing nothing. People will probably get wise to that pretty quickly, but at least in the first go, it tends to work. All right, so Sean, as soon as you have picked a winner, just feel free to interrupt and let everybody know. And in the meantime, we'll just carry on.
All right, well, we do already have one.
Sweet deal. Who is it?
The winner seems to be Cool Lion 7890.
Cool Lion? All right.
Cool Lion.
Cool Lion.
So
Congratulations,
cool.
dude. Or dudette. We'll be reaching out to you and let us know of those items, what you want to win. And then, yeah, we'll be sending it your way. I do love those bling potato mines. There's one of my favorites. Keep your eye out for Rux, guys. Rux is a limited time, you know, gnome black market vendor who lives in the underground or sells his wares in the underground. And he'll be, check the events calendar if you're keen to know. I'll drop the link into the chat. Anyway, there's an events calendar we update every month to let everyone know what's going on. Rux will continue to bring more items like that too, more special abilities. So yeah, keep your eye out.
Make sure to save up your coins too. You're gonna need them.
It's true. He can charge a pretty penny for some of those wares.
But it's totally worth it.
Totally worth it. All right. Dropping that into the chat. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this earlier. Man, I'm all over the place today. I apologize. So your sister, Elizabeth, she came along too to visit. Elizabeth, if you want to, you can come over, pop in, wave to everybody, and say hi. So you guys are going to be visiting for the weekend. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi. Come on in.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So they're going to be hanging out in Seattle this weekend. You've got some great weather, at least for today.
Yes.
Tomorrow's going to be a bit rainy, but anyway, hopefully you guys find some fun stuff to do this afternoon.
Oh yeah. I definitely love the weather here. It's always so sunny in California. I don't like it. I really don't.
I actually used to, well, Northern California, but I lived in Northern, and I kind of got tired of having just, you know, 2 seasons. I wanted to have 4 seasons. Yeah, so hopefully you guys get to enjoy this beautiful fall day. True story, I was driving into the city this morning and like there was this crazy cloud cover like just over, it was super low, but like the Space Needle and everything, the buildings were sticking above it. And you know, the colors and the trees, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I also felt kind of old because I'm like, only old people appreciate those things. And then I thought of Jeremy. All right, so moving on. We're playing obviously Coliseum right now in this mode. It looks like the zombies in this case are holding it down.
They are taking me down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I personally like the when it comes to long range battle. Nothing against the Cactus because she's great, but I do prefer Deadbeard just because he's more versatile. You know, he has that short range attack too, which in this case, like
the Cactus only has one.
Yeah, it becomes really hard if like a Deadbeard rounds the corner and rushes you because he also has the barrel explosive too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And she's not the fastest character, but if you have, that's why it's nice to have if you're playing with other people to have a good like Bandit Cactus or something on your team who can deal that fast damage at closer range. And you have of course Potato Mines.
Oh yeah, which I haven't put any down, and now I will.
Excellent. So a lot of people were, they saw a little something on Twitter and in the game earlier about a Deadbeard variant that appeared in a picture.
Oh yeah.
A lot of questions going around about that. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of an answer. It's not going to be probably the best answer that you're wanting, but it is an answer nonetheless. So basically, it's just he's a little sneak peek of things to come in the game. The team's they're working on some new variants. That's all I'll say about it. And he's one of the new ones. I won't give you his name or anything else, but just know that they're coming. And yeah, let us know in the chat like what kind of variants you want to see. And yeah, I guess the main question for you guys would be like, which character class would you most want to see a variant for? If you could only pick one, who would it be? And of course, it doesn't need to be Captain Deadbeard just because that was the one that we showed. It can be anything. What about you? What class would you want to see a variant for?
What class? I would like to see. Probably something for the All-Star. He has been a bit left out. He has been standing in the back for a while now.
Yeah.
The Scientist has been getting a lot of love. The Foot Soldier.
But Scientist is your favorite. Wouldn't you be happy about that?
I would be happy. I'd be super happy to have something for him, but he's already getting all the love as it is.
That's fair. Yeah.
Everybody needs love. All the zombies need love.
Yeah, it's I mean because it's Garden Warfare 2 and there's new character classes to it, we have kind of favored the new character classes for variants.
The 3 new ones.
And that's what people have been kind of most excited about anyway. But you're right, we don't want to neglect the core
the classics.
Garden Warfare 1 classic characters.
The originals.
Originals. So, completely unrelated, but I was talking to Gary the other day, and he mentioned something maybe about potentially being available to be a guest on a Live from PopCap stream at some point, maybe. So if you want to see that, let him know. Hit him up on the Twitter, Damascus111, and tell him that you'd love to see him as a guest. Otherwise, if you don't want to see him, don't tell him. It won't happen. And excuse me, I did want to give a little shout out to Sean in the back right now for running the show. Sean, as per the norm, really has been running the show ever since I've been on as host. So yeah, thank you, Sean, for doing that. I know how much work it can be prepping and getting all the material together and doing all the swaps and all that. So thank you very much.
It's good times.
Yeah, thank you to Sean. I do love Shark Bites. I think my favorite thing about Shark Bite is his little octopus backpack.
Yeah.
Or more of a friend, I guess, because he doesn't carry anything. He just hangs out.
Well, he does have ink, so that kind of counts.
Yeah, true. Can't argue that. So this is one of my, more favorite maps to play as a long-range character on. Typically, though, when there's other characters running around and not just a long range, because it is one of those maps that has more verticality to it. You can find yourself, kind of shooting down at people, which is always for a long-range character desirable. But what I do like about this mode is just how many.
Hi, everyone.
How many parrots are flying around? How many garlic drones are flying around? It definitely, you always got to look out for characters in the sky like that, but in this mode, you got to do it way more so. Ooh.
Ooh.
Those eyes look so cool.
Yeah. She's a very sneaky hibiscus.
Sneaky, prickly old gal. So, are you? What are your thoughts on using? I was just gonna say on using like the drone. Do you like to? Are you like a drone player when it comes to long range, or do you prefer to use like the primary weapons?
Well, I like to use the drone when I'm at a disadvantage, when I know the team's gonna lose and we need a bit of strike. So I like to abuse the drone and just find like a group together and hopefully get them.
Yeah.
Just like drop all the eggs or drop the corn on them.
And then maybe finish some off with the primary laser there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah, I've noticed that I usually just end up like doing it right when I spawn. I'll like call in the parrot or garlic or whatever, and then I'll forget about it afterwards. And I'll get into the. I mean, if anyone's ever played with me or seen me play, I tend to get pretty like aggressive with my gameplay, so it makes it harder to, of course, use a drone. But it's something that I mean, you definitely. It's bad that I do that because it's such a powerful tool, What I haven't seen anyone do is fly around with, like fly anybody around, because you can actually jump on them, and I mean,
well, it
it's
kind of takes a while, yeah. Kind of takes a while, and by the time you're finally on it, someone has already seen you and starts shooting you, so yeah.
And they're just like, what are you doing? You're doing the team a disservice.
Here, I'll taunt you back.
This one's a close one, though. You guys have a nice little edge on those plants. Up on the chimney.
Woo. It's getting hot in here.
Ooh, a back shave. I do love all the little signs and stuff that they put around. Just those, it's all those little touches, that make the game what it is.
Tiny little details.
Yeah.
It just makes everything perfect.
That's true.
Thank you.
Nice. I mean, that's the tough. Yeah, that's tough. You're just trying to help your team out, and really, you just make a great target. It's anyway. It should be noted though that in this mode, for those who don't know, like when if someone's down and you revive them, that actually pulls that point off the board. So it is pretty important to do. You just got to pick the right time to do it. It does become rather hard to shoot these drones, though, when you don't have any like foot soldiers or anything, helping you out.
Yeah. Come on, one lucky hit, it's all it takes.
Yeah. I have found people being rather successful with, not to say that you should be doing this or anything, with the barrel rush, Because like, again, those cactuses are not the fastest characters.
My favorite one is like seeing one that's not facing me and just go around and just blow up on her, and they're just like, what happened?
Yeah, you just like walk up right behind. Maybe they see a little bit of barrel and they're like, uh-oh, game over. Okay, just checking the chat. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I mean, same thing applies. Like, feel free to hit us up with your questions in the chat, either at Plants vs Zombies or at the Juice Master.
Oh, no.
I just saw Death Slinger say that he uses his drone, or she uses their drone for reconnaissance mostly. I mean, that's a great idea as well, especially if you're playing with other people, because then you can relay that information to them. Oh man, it looks like the plants came back. Close one though.
By 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I still managed to get someone.
Very nice.
At the very last minute. Better late than never, right?
Indeed. I do. Another great thing about the Mystery Portal. So what Mystery Portal does, if you're unfamiliar with it, is that it allows us to bring in like new ways to play the game, right? Mm-hmm. And but it also, in addition to that, it allows people to play as different character variants they might not have unlocked yet. So especially ones like legendary ones like Captain Partyman, for example. Like, not everybody has him. You can give him a try. He has his party mode. He's a great guy to hang out with. Yeah.
I'm happy to see Nasilla here with us, playing with us right here.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow. Look at that rank.
Yeah, we do.
This girl.
It's pretty crazy. What rank are you at?
I'm probably still in the 2000s.
Jeez, but that's something. Yeah, and in addition to, of course, being able to play different ways with the Mystery Portal and different modes and all that and different characters, you also earn Rainbow Stars, as you saw. Rainbow Stars help you unlock the chests there that are just in the Town Hall, giving you exclusive kind of customizations, also keys. If you haven't done the trials yet, the red chest gives you a good shot at getting a key to run the trials. Have you run any of the trials yet?
I actually unlocked, I think it was the yellow one.
Oh, cool.
I think it was the yellow or the red one.
Very cool indeed. Yeah, some of the, and I know our community, you guys were very patient with us, which we appreciate, but as you can see, like the trials themselves, they did finally start to yield like the returns, the rewards, and so as you've seen, we've brought 2 new classes in, 2 entire new classes, and yeah, you've seen them around. We've got the Hover Goat for the zombies, and of course Torchwood for the plants.
It's dangerous out there.
It's dangerous out there. It is. You guys are getting cornered in here. Oh no. Aggressive parrot.
Birds gone wild.
Yeah, I do love me the Zen cactus. Why do you like the Zen cactus? You like just like the extra punch that it packs with the
She's
with the
really
third
pretty.
shot, I think it is.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, and she is very pretty too. Is
Yeah.
it a purely aesthetic thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I
she
mean,
is.
how could she not pull that off?
Even in death.
Yeah, even in death, she looks glorious.
Just checking for more questions here. This question around to, will you have more storyline for the gnomes in the future? It's a good question. The gnomes aren't the gnomes aren't a main. I mean, they play a big part in Garden Warfare 2, but in the Plants vs Zombies world, like they definitely are there. They're definitely a thing that we've acknowledged, and of course they've appeared and we've used them and everything like that. But they're obviously not as core or important as like the plant and zombie side. So whereas we really enjoyed doing the Trials of Nomus and kind of fleshing that out and letting King Nomus and the Ministry of Mystery, the mom, like come to the forefront, we do want to make sure that the focus stays on plants and zombies. So I know it's not a direct answer to your question, but I hope it sheds some light on the subject. Yeah, I'll do everything I can to answer your questions. Again, there are some questions that we can't answer, so just please, bear with us in that regard and know that there's cool stuff the team's working on for you guys. And stay tuned. We'll have more news on that later this month. It's always just such a laugh looking through all the comments and everything like that. Pinda says that she loves your T-shirt, by the way.
Oh,
that's
thank
really
you.
rad. I hadn't even realized it. Yeah, that's so cool. Garden Warfare shirt she's rocking. So out of all the PvZ games, would you say that Garden Warfare is your favorite?
Yes.
Do you like that loaded question there? Made it really easy. Yeah, no, I do. I mean, just as a shooter fan myself, like it became my favorite as well. Moonlight's like, Juki, where's your jump revive? It's probably because I'm annoying her and talking to her, asking all these questions.
I should be doing that, though. I should be.
Pindot wants to know what your plans are for Seattle.
We're just going to be sightseeing, exploring a bit. My sister's going to be showing me around. So basically, we're going to be tourists for the rest of the day.
Well, that's a good way to do it. Like I said, you're going to have some sweet weather today, so it'll be rather nice. I see Sack Courier is saying that we need to change to friends only instead of invite only. I will do that for you, although we can't do that, of course, mid-match. So.
Yeah, after this, I'll go and I'll change it out.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so everybody, this is live from PopCap. We do this every Friday at 10 a.m., close to 10 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks for bearing with us this morning. We had just some tech issues getting the iPad and the deck ready for the Heroes showcase. But yeah, so we do it every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, and we give you the latest PvZ news for mobile games, also for, of course, console. We play alongside with the community. We have a great time playing with you guys. And sometimes you're you kind of dominate us, but it's always there's always laughs and there's always good fun.
Fun games.
Yeah, and then we also get to do cool things like, bring nice work, bring some of our fans in, like Juki here, who is visiting the studio. We're going to give her a little tour today afterwards. Yeah, so that's what we do here at Live from PopCap. We love hearing your questions, your feedback. We're usually very as transparent as we possibly can with what's going on in the game. If we if we make any kind of missteps or anything, you guys always keep us honest. So Thank you for that. Candy corn. Oh, that would have been a good idea. Candy corn for a variant for kernel corn. Pretty specific to the holiday, but still would have been cool. And that's also one of our favorite things. Is like if you guys, do any drawings like Juki or anything like that, please do share them with everyone. We love looking at them. We love, retweeting and everything like that. Sometimes we do art showcases here on Live from PopCap. Yeah. Pinda, she said that she'll play with you next week and be pocket healer, or us rather.
Hey.
Yeah, we always appreciate that.
Yes.
Pinda's clutch in those
Woo,
situations.
we made it.
Nice work, yeah. We got to get that ooh la la going.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go switch that out so other people can join us.
Good idea.
We're gonna have the imp navigating us there.
So we're a little past 11 o'clock right now, but we started a little late, so we'll do one more game. And then we have our final giveaway to do as well, and then we'll wrap it up and say see you next week. But this is a great time while Juki's doing this to do our third and final giveaway. Nice, the imp's getting into it, just bashing everything with his tiny hands.
It's like bash, 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 bash.
Yeah, so Sean, let's get our third giveaway going then, shall we? Do you want to jump to camera A? We'll just go through the giveaways real quick again, show off Juki's cool creations, and then get into that giveaway.
Oops,
Give Sean a second to do that.
Team.
Well, thank you, Sean. So, as mentioned, this is our biggest giveaway array so far. We've got those lunch rectangles from Garden Warfare 2. We've got Garden Warfare 2 Super Brains pop figure there too, right in the middle of the lunch rectangles. We've got a Garden Warfare 2 Trials of Nomus poster, which is my favorite key art we've done so far. And then we've also got that Citron Rollout t-shirt exclusive to Live from PopCap. And then we have 2 notebooks, which are there in the bottom right-hand corner. A wizard one, and then a more like kind of PvZ2 conehead zombie plant lineup one. So yeah, if you win, all you have to be doing is participate in the chat. We pick winners at random, and you get to pick what you want to win. Those cool figures Juki made are not available. Sorry, one of a kind. All right, so as soon as Sean's ready, he'll be popping in with a winner. Sean's got a winner. Who is it?
So we have the very appropriately named Master 3 Luck.
Master 3 Luck. Well,
Wow.
very lucky, and congratulations, my friend. You've won yourself, well, whatever you desire there. So keep your eye out for a little message from Sean, and let us know what you want to win. Oh, Sean, what did the last winners pick?
The first one selected the poster set, which was brilliant, of course.
Smart,
and then the second one selected the t-shirt, also brilliant.
Nice, good call. All right, let's see if that wizard notebook sticks around. If not, I'm taking it. Okay, so we're getting back into it now. It should be friends only, so if you're not a friend, invite us. We accept all the invites after the show. And then you'll be able to join in. Okay. It looks like there
is no one here. Where'd everybody go?
There we go. Just took a second to populate. This map brings back memories. This is where where Gary and I dueled in a split-screen duel with Vanquish Confirmed. Pinda says, what if she wants to win the candy in the background? Well, if you really want to, sure thing. We'll give it to you. I want the iPad. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I too want a new iPad.
I am not number one.
That iPad is mine.
Yeah, that's true. So you want Sean's iPad. Sorry, Sean, we gave it away.
Should have a name tag on it.
Yeah. And again, like if you guys do have any questions, just add us in the chat at JuiceMaster at Plants vs Zombies, and I'll keep my eye out for them. Cannon Rodeo for the win.
Oh no, I got you, my friend.
There you go. Jump revive.
Oh no. Debbie only gets so far.
Oh, did you get him?
Oh, did I get him? I hope I did.
Yeah. That's true. He's only got one leg, so
You gotta
cut him some slack.
cut him a break.
Nice. All right, I gotta stop reading the chat. And it's just me like sitting here quietly laughing to myself. I mean, I'll keep an eye, but you know, because I of course want to see any questions you guys have for us. So Juki,
Yes.
did you get the elusive unicorn chomper?
Yes, I did.
Oh, very nice. So you're a 313 in Garden Warfare 1? Gosh, this guy's got your number so far.
Yeah. Just pinpointing me out.
The old Jade Cactus. So Jade Cactus came from, oh wow, that was a bit rough.
Oh.
You got double teamed by a couple different cacti.
Oh, love the cotton candy.
Yeah. That's one of the great things. I know we've talked about this a lot, but like one of the great things in this game is that, I mean, I get very competitive, but at the same time when I get vanquished in this game, you know, and you see like the silly outfits and customizations and the ridiculous taunts and everything, like, you know, I don't get upset about it. I just kind of laugh and move on and then hunt them down. Estimate on deliveries for winners. You'll have to, especially international winners, you'll just have to be a bit patient with us, and we'll do our very best. Probably take, you know, a week or two to get it over to you. But yeah, we'll do our best. Nice work. Yeah, I typically, so what's interesting about playing a mode like this is that you can't, I mean, at least for me, you can't always pick like the cactus or deadbeard that you would normally go with. Specifically, so like for like cactus, me like Gary, I also like to use the future cactus. But however, that charge shot, you know, in a situation where everyone's got long range like this, it's just, I find that it's not quite as good. Oh. How that a lover's vanquish when you both take each other out.
Thank you. Oh no, drones.
Yeah, there he is. Oh.
No! I'm just so bad at taking them down.
Yeah, well, it's, I mean, especially close range like that, because, you know, we were talking earlier, but with Deadbeard, when you have to zoom in, you know, it becomes quite hard.
Hello. Time for a little surprise.
Oh, well, so for people who have won in the past and have not received their prize, and it's been, you know, over like 2 weeks, definitely message us on, message the official channel on Twitter, or yeah, Twitter's the best way to do it. You can also reach out to us, you know, of course, in chat and everything, but Twitter's the best for a direct message, so we can then, of course, you know, file that away and make sure that you get what you need. So yeah, feel free to hit Plants vs. Zombies on Twitter, and we'll, you know, of course, make sure you get what you won. If it's been a while, and that is on us for whatever reason, we'll throw in a little bonus something as a please don't be mad at us.
Don't yell at us anymore.
Yeah, yeah, everyone's happy then. This is one of my, I think one of the first levels I ever saw from Garden Warfare 2 was actually the Seeds of Time, or what became known as Seeds of Time. It wasn't called that at the time. But, and, you know, it's still one of my favorite maps just because it has such a huge variety, you know, from the different times and everything like that. And this, of course, Zen Peak comes from one of those maps. Yeah, that guy. He's a good drone player. Or she. I don't know why I always say he.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you for at least trying.
Yeah. Now those plants have pulled ahead again. It becomes, I've noticed that oftentimes zombies will get, they'll start off being stronger than the plants, but then for whatever reason, it could largely be too, because of my theory anyways, because of the potato mines. The plants pull ahead because, you know, cactus start like moving around the map, they drop a lot of potato mines, you know, you're trying to shoot at a drone or a long range character.
And you're not seeing, and boop.
Yep.
Oh
no! He does have some cool customizations. I love that wig.
Gotta be pampered.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta look good if you want to get them vanquishes. I always find it strange, like, because it's so uncommon. I find it strange when you see like a character with no customizations.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because they actually kind of stand out more so than ones with customizations. Not in a good way, but it's just because it's so uncommon. You guys are keeping this real close. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna stray from that.
Oh, don't step on that mine.
No. Oh, drone.
I think he did.
Drone.
Oh. Well, it's only 1 to 2. You'll get him. You'll get him.
I'll find him.
Look at that. Very nice.
Woo.
Oh, the plants are pulling ahead big time.
Oh no. They
Yeah.
have us surrounded.
They
We're
do,
all in
yeah.
the center.
When you guys are, they're on the sides, and then they also have those drones. Drones are great for, I mean, even if you're not taking guys out with them, they're so good for creating confusion too. Like if you're swooping in, shooting the enemy, like then again they start focusing up at the drones, you know, while their teammates can shoot at them. Drone battles.
Woo.
I do love drone battles. Nicely done. Ooh, lovely. Good work. You guys still stand a chance, but it's gonna be tough.
Gotta clear these drones out
Yeah,
first. They're taking us all out.
That's true. Oh. Oh, wow, I've never seen that before. It actually just landed right on your parrot. But you protected the guys below. Well, and another close battle. That's what I mean. Of course, I like to win, but at the same time, like I'd rather have a close battle than win on a landslide. Personally, gotta love competition. All right, well, yeah, that at least your nemesis over there, whatever, showed up on the pedestal. Cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone. We're gonna be wrapping it up now. And big thanks to Juki, you know, for coming all the way out here, seeing the studio, being on the show, playing alongside you guys. Yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much.